When I got home, my mother wasn't there, but I really didn't want to know if she went to Jack today or not. I went to my room and changed my clothes. Just as I finished my homework, I heard a knock at the door. It couldn't be anyone other than Lauren. Who? I shout from behind my door. Lauren, you nerd? I unlock the door and she looks annoyed. Okay, we have a problem. She starts off and pauses. Where's your parental units? No one is here, just me. What's up? I lock the door and we start walking toward my room. She waits until we get in the room before she keeps speaking. Oh, so Christian came to my school today. Okay. I sound uninterested. This nigga went and told Nikki you were being transferred into the school. This bitch wants to make a whole plan to cut your face and jump you. What? What the fuck is her problem? Yeah, I know. Christian is all, I'll fix it, she says before I cut her off. Fix what? Nah. Now I'm telling Tavior. Yup. I told Christian if you told Tavior he was lucky because your father would come through and shoot up the whole school. I hadn't told Lauren I knew my dad was selling drugs or that Tavior sold drugs for my dad. But Lauren knew my father wasn't a punk either. I pick up the phone and dial Tavior's number. It rings a few times and then his mother picks up the phone. We chatted for a bit and then she gives Tavior the phone. Well, if this isn't a surprise, he says. What? Don't call me this early. You don't know what I do. You're never home. I give him a sassy tone. Whatever, baby. I'm always here when I'm needed. Am I not? He starts laughing. Oh, shut up. I start laughing too. What's wrong? He questions. I tell him the whole story from the salon to what Lauren just came and told me. Number one, you should have told me about the salon. Number two, don't worry about him or his bitch. I'll fix it. Number three, you could sleep by Claudia or my crib. I'll make sure you get to and from school. You need to go to school yourself. I'll make the money. You'll be the brains. Don't worry about me. Tay, I'm serious. Me too, baby. Anyway, I'll call you later tonight. I gotta go catch my niggas and figure out how I'm gonna handle this nigga and his bitch. Okay, but I can. He cuts me off. You're not coming. You're not fighting her. You're going to class. And stop fucking cutting. We gonna talk about that later. You're not my father, Tay. Nah, I am your man though. Go the fuck to class and you wouldn't possibly be getting transferred. His tone is stern. I roll my eyes but say nothing. I know you rolled your eyes, Summer. I don't care. I'll call you later though. Okay. We hang up. What do you think he's gonna do? Lauren asks. I don't know. I sound annoyed. I'm not gonna tell Christian. Wasn't a thought that you were. I don't know what he's gonna do. He doesn't want me involved, so I won't know. I'm sure Christian will call you and tell you though. Yeah, but I'm your friend first. Girl, ain't nobody worried about what you tell Christian. This whole shit is dumb. From the pizza shop to the hair salon. Yeah, I know. A few seconds later, I hear my siblings enter the apartment. Sounds like my exit. Your mama don't like me anyway. I laugh and nod my head. We both get up and I walk her to the door. Hello, little girls, my mother says in a friendly tone as we approach the kitchen. Hey, Mom, I say. Hi, Mommy. Bye, Mommy, Lauren says as she goes toward the door. I lock the door and then walk back toward the kitchen to my mother. So what happened with Jack? I question. I don't know yet. I'd rather not transfer. I'd rather you didn't start cutting, she snaps at me. Yeah, I know. I'll make sure I go to class from now on, I pout. I'll think about it, she rolls her eyes. Ma, I have beef with this girl and she goes there. I can't transfer there, I say in a semi-whiny tone. Beef with who? Summer Rayne? She sounds very unimpressed. This stupid girl. It's not even my beef. I got dragged into it. It's just no talking to this girl. I'm not scared of her. But I'm not trying to go to a school where she's established. No one cares about y'all baby beef, Summer. You need to take your ass to class. She looks me directly in the eye. I will. Just don't transfer me there, is all I'm asking. Even another school if you don't want me in Flushing. I'm almost begging. There isn't a choice here. I roll my eyes and walk away. I wasn't really scared of Nikki, but walking into her territory isn't smart either. Her threatening to cut my face is the biggest issue. I don't care about fighting her. I decide to call my father to see if he could get my mother to change her mind. I pick up the phone and dial the number. I doubt my dad is home. He is almost never home. Hello? Daddy? What's wrong, Summer? He sounds concerned. Nothing really, but basically, I explain everything to my dad. Honey, you cannot cut class and expect to have it fall over easily with your mother. But I will talk to her about transferring you. That cutting shit, though, we will talk about that later. I gotta make a run. I'll call your mother. Okay, I love you. I love you more, badass, he says, and we start laughing. The next day, there was a major fight in the hallway before third period. And that's all everyone is talking about all day. I didn't see the fight, but there were so many stories going around. As I'm walking toward my third period class, I hear, "Which twin are you?" I turn and look to see who's talking, and it's the same messy haired girl who always screams out about Brielle and me being twins. I never found out her name. Huh? I look at her confused. Are you Brielle or Summer? She has a big smile on her face. I'm Summer. I'm still looking confused. I don't know where she's going with this. I really can't tell you two apart. She laughs to herself. She looks like she has more to say, but thankfully the bell rang and we all needed to get to class. She seems nice, I guess, but Brielle and I definitely don't look like the same person that she can't tell who is who. I walk into my class and take my seat. The teacher walks in a few seconds later and immediately starts the lesson. Some of the rowdier kids walk in late, as usual. There's some of the boys from the Jamaica side who are loud everywhere they go. Take your seat quietly, the teacher says sternly. Sorry, the boys say, and they slide into their seats. One boy sits at the open desk next to me. Hi, Summer, he says and smiles. Hi, I say back dryly and keep copying my notes off the board. You saw the fight today? I shake my head no and keep writing. Niggas having a gang war. I nod my head, but don't look at him. Khalif pulled a razor out of his mouth and he went to slice, he starts to say until I interrupt him. Kai, I don't care. Damn, son, what's wrong with you? I usually wasn't like that toward him, but the possibility of transferring to Jackson is still pissing me off. Sorry, Kai, it's not personal. They called my house about me cutting and shit. Yeah, they got me too. My mother's coming up here about it. Niggas did it sweet, he says. I shake my head and keep writing. Kai pulls out his book and starts to copy the board. As I'm walking into my lunch period, I see Brielle in the hallway. She locks her arm into my arm and starts walking with me. Where you going, sister? Lunch. Lunch 1 or 2? She questions and starts laughing. I can only do 1 from now on. The dean called my house about me cutting. My brother got the call, and now I basically gotta be his slave and shit. So he don't tell, she says. And you're still cutting? Still cutting, she starts laughing more. We get downstairs by the school safety desk, and it's 2 NYPD cops standing there talking to Tommy. I hear Tommy say Khalif's name, and I assume it's about the fight from this morning that Kai was talking about. Who was Khalif fighting this morning? I asked Brielle. Um, Melvin from Corona. For what? I don't even know. Khalif just walked up to him and started snuffing him. Oh, ask Kai. You know that nigga loves you. He'll tell you. We start laughing. Kai loves everybody. This is true. Go in the lunchroom or go to class, ladies, Tommy says. Brielle and I walk into the lunchroom. I look around for Tony. I see her sitting at our usual table with our usual people. I see Khalif sitting at one of the tables. You sitting with us, Bri? Nah, I'm gonna go over here. She points to another table where her friends are. Okay. We part ways. I walk towards Khalif. What's good, Summer? He says. I wave at the table and lean over to Khalif's ear. I told him the cops were at the desk and I heard Tommy say his name. He nods and says thanks, but doesn't seem bothered. I walk back over to my usual table. What happened? Tony asked. I explained to them what I knew of the situation. Yeah, Melvin is crip. I knew someone was going to try to bang him, Damien says. Melvin is pussy. He talk tough to those he think won't do nothing. He slept on Khalif, Shania says. So, I'm the only antisocial one who doesn't know Khalif? Tony questions and we all start laughing. Khalif is the quiet one out there, crew. Kai and Jarrell are the loud ones, I say. Who is Jarrell? She asks, looking confused. He looks like an alien, I reply. Damn, Summer, she says. I start laughing. What? They call the nigga E.T. He is well aware he resembles an alien. He just dresses nicely. They also call him a fly alien. Everyone starts laughing harder. As we are laughing, we see the two police officers walk into the lunchroom. I glance over at Khalif's table, and he doesn't look bothered. Tommy pokes his head in as well and waves for Khalif to come toward him. Khalif looks around and Tommy mouths, "Let's go, Khalif. Don't make a scene." Khalif starts to laugh a little bit and gets up from the lunch table and walks towards Tommy. Your boy about to go down, Damien says. Nah, Khalif is solid, Jules says. Melvin is snitching. I bet you, Shania says. Definitely, that's why Leaf is going down, Damien says. Leaf gonna be alright, Jules says in a more aggressive tone. Khalif walks by our table and smiles. I shake my head and start laughing. Tommy watches everyone and squints his eyes at our table. Why is he giving us that look? Tony questions. Summer probably looks like a french fry. Happens to me sometimes too, Damien says. We all instantly start laughing. Right before the bell rang for lunch to end, Tommy came back to the lunchroom but just watched everyone with his arms folded. When the bell rang, Tommy was checking programs to exit the lunchroom. If this isn't your lunch period, you're going to the dean, he says loudly. Shit, I hear someone say from the back of the crowd. You're gonna make us late for class, someone else shouts. Half of you barely go to class anyway, Tommy snaps back as he's making the kids stand to the side to go to the dean. Summer Rayne Williams, stand on the side, he said. Huh? For what? This is my lunch period. I look him up and down with an attitude. This is her lunch period, Tony interjects. Tony J, mind your business before you're next to the dean. You want some bullshit, Jules says. Your whole little crew can go. I really don't care. Just go, y'all, I say to them and shake my head. Nah, this is bullshit, Tony says. Brielle Jordan, stand next to Summer, Tommy says. Huh? She says. Stand next to Summer, he says again sternly. She stands next to me looking as confused as I do. What the fuck is this? She whispers. I shake my head and shrug my shoulders. Tommy pulls a few more students off to the side and then tells everyone to sit back at the tables. I gotta get to class, I say. Tommy gives me a face as if saying, oh, please. He pulls us aside one by one. No one comes back in the lunchroom after leaving to speak to him, so we are even more confused. Summer, let's go, Tommy says. I look at Brielle and get up to walk toward the door. We get in the hallway and the NYPD officers are there. What's your name? One officer asks. Why? Summer Rayne Williams, Tommy says. I roll my eyes. Okay, Summer Rayne, we just want to know what you know about Khalif and Melvin, the cop asks. I don't know anything. You didn't hear about a fight? I don't know anything, I say again sternly. Okay, do you know Melvin? The cop asks. I know of him. Oh, so you do know something. I roll my eyes. Did you hear Melvin started the fight or Khalif? The cop circles back to the reason he was trying to find answers about. I don't know anything. Your friend is in a lot of trouble, so it's better if you are honest to help him in the long run, the other cop said. I realize they're trying good cop, bad cop. I'm guessing Melvin told about Khalif having a razor. I look in his direction, but I don't reply. Will you help your friend? The first cop asks. I don't know anything. I am beginning to get annoyed. All right, if you change your mind, I can give you my card, the second cop says as he extends his hand to give me his card. I don't know anything. There is a pause between everyone standing there. Can I go to class now? Tommy looks at the cops and they nod their head. Tommy gives me a slip saying I was with the dean and lets me leave for class. I hear him call Brielle's name next. As I turn the corner, Prince is standing there pretending to read the bulletin board.